kindergarten friends, happy Monday. We are going to be beginning a new week. We are in Unit 3, a week 4 this week. We're going to be talking about some more stories and why those stories may be our favorite. What's special about those stories that make them our favorite? So we are going to be looking at the question, why do we like certain stories? We're going to be reading the best story, and we're going to pages 138 and 139 today. When you first open your packet, and remember, if you're an e-learner, you should have your packet already. If you're an A-Day student, you'll be looking at your packet in class with Miss Beery and Mrs. Morgan. If you're a B-Day friend, you'll be getting that home later in the week because you'll be doing your packet first in class with Miss Beery and Mrs. Morgan. So if you look at your packet, we're on page 136. It says, what stories do you like? Readers can enjoy lots of different stories. We have characters like realistic fiction. So those would be characters in the story just like you. It can be regular boys and girls in school. And then there can be fairy tale characters, just like the Jolly Green Giant. It could also be like Pinkalicious or the Cat in the Hat, Little Critter, or the Berenstain Bears. We can have different kinds of settings. We can have a realistic fiction, just like our classroom here. And then we can have a fairy tale with a castle, and maybe there is a dragon and a fairy tale land. And then we have our plot. Those are the things that happen in the story, the different events. And you can have realistic fiction, just like maybe you and your friend are building a block tower and then it suddenly falls down. What do? We have to solve that problem. And you can also have things like maybe the Jolly Green Giant is trying to steal you away, or maybe steal the king or queen's treasure. So there's different things that can happen in a story. So we'll be looking at those this week in our stories. We're going to open up to the best story ever now. And then if you have your packet, please follow along. If you don't, that's okay. Just follow along with Miss Beery. Okay, boys and girls, we are open to page 152, and we're going to first look at some of those vocabulary words we may see in the story. Castle, pretend, explorer, and adventure. What do you think you will read about in this story? So we might read about a castle, pretending to be different places or different people. We may be an explorer to explore new places or things. And maybe we're just going on an adventure, somewhere different, somewhere new, traveling to a different place. And here is our author, Debbie O'Brien, taught second grade for many years. Now she writes books for children. She has a dog named Otto. Oh, isn't that cute? I know there is also books about a little dog named Otto. So she is the author. She is the one who wrote the words of the story. And then remember the illustrator, who looks like it is Tracy Bishop, she is the one who drew all the pictures in the story. So on the right side, we begin our fiction story. That's our genre. We have the big title, the best story, and then I see that in the background, the setting might be like a library or someplace with lots of books. And then we have children just like us. So what I'd like you to do is open up to the next page and let's read together. Okay, boys and girls, I would like you to look at the left page first. And remember, we always go left to right, top to bottom. I like adventure stories the best, said Kate. So this is Kate, and she likes adventure stories the best. I pretend to be a brave explorer, she said. So look at her. She looks like she could be in a jungle. She has her explorer hat on. She has her binoculars looking to see if she can find different plants or animals, maybe bugs and insects. Okay, reading fingers ready. Follow along with Miss Beery. I like animal stories the best, said Manny. So here's Manny, and then this looks like Kate. She was just telling us about her adventure stories. And here's Manny, and we have that daydreaming bubble. He's singing about his favorite stories. I pretend they are my pets, he said. So here's Manny, and it looks like he has two little kittens, and he's pretending that they're his pets. Okay, boys and girls, next page. I like fairy tales the best, said Sarah. So there's Kate, and there's Manny, and now Sarah is showing her favorite book. And you can see her thought bubble and thinking about her fairy tale stories that she likes. I pretend to live in a giant castle, she said. And look, just like in fairy tales, she can be a pretty princess, and she can have a crown and live in a big castle. Okay, 2 more pages. Read this story, said Miss Ford. So this must be their teacher, and she's showing them a book that says, oh no! And it looks like a frog. So there is all of our characters. We have Kate and Manny and Sarah, and they're not looking too excited about that book because that's not their favorite. It's not a book about pets. It's not a book about an adventure or an explorer. It's not about a giant castle or a fairy tale. There's a frog on the cover. Let's see if they like it. The children read, "This funny story is the best," they said. "It makes us all laugh." So I wonder if it's just a funny story or might also be a joke book. Okay, boys and girls? So this was a great story for us to read today. And then what we're going to do in our writing for this week, Miss Beery took some of these pages from our story, and I would like you to write the same sentences down. Before we go to that, I want you to go to page 138 and 139 in your packet. Remember, if you do not have your packet, don't worry. I still want you to follow along with us and make sure that you're listening and following along with Miss Beery. Okay, boys and girls, you should be on page 138 and 139. On the left side, we're going to look how we can combine two different syllables to make one word. So on the left, we have snow, and then we have a man. So each word is one syllable, snow, one, man, one. But what if we combine them? Snowman, snowman, we have two. So snowman. Then you can draw a snowman. So we have the head and the body. You can draw a carrot nose, coal eyes, coal mouth. My snowman needs a hat. Oh, and you can't forget the arms. And maybe a scarf too. Okay, boys and girls, and if you'd like to stop and color your snowman, make it an orange carrot nose or a pretty hat or a pretty scarf, go ahead. We're going to move to the next one. We have baseball. So here's a base in a baseball field. So if we have base, base is one syllable, right? Base, one syllable, ball, one syllable. Combine them, baseball, baseball, we have two. For a baseball, we're going to draw a circle, and then a baseball has these curved lines and then the laces. A lot of times they are red laces, but Miss Beery's just going to use the black crayon for right now. Next, we're going to learn something new. We have short A words and long A words. We have been working on words that when we say A, it says A. However, there's some words that we're going to make the A say its name to say A. For example, we have pa-a-n, pan. That's going to be a short sound. But then we can use a special magic E to make some of those words say the letter A. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to learn something new. We are going to learn about short A's and long A's. So far all we've done is short A's where we say A. But there's times where we're going to use our magic E, and then we're going to make the A say its name and say A instead. So I have some examples here. So if we have S-A-M, we have Sam. If we put a magic E on the end here, then we're going to have the A say its name. So we're going to say S-A-M. We're not going to say the E because it's a magic E. We're just going to know that that A is going to say its name, the A, instead of the A. One more time. We have S-A-M, Sam. There's no magic E. And this one we do, so we're going to say S-A-M because we do. Okay, next one we have K-A-M, Cam. Over here we have a magic E, so we're going to say K-A-M, Came. Okay, next one we have Ta-ap, Tap. We have a magic E over here, so we're going to say Ta-ape, Tape. And remember, the magic E doesn't say the A or the E. It's just silent. That's why it's a magic E, or it might be the tricky E. Next one we have K-A-P, Cap. And then over here we have the magic E, K-A-P, Cape. So what we're going to do is we are going to look on page 139 for some short A's, the A, and we're also going to be looking for some of the long A's, the A. Okay, boys and girls. Our first one is, what does P say? P. What does A say? A. What does N say? N. We're going to trace that. P, A, N. So we just have a short A sound. There's no magic E. So let's see which other words in the pictures here have that A sound. Flag, pad, or web. Flag. Does it say A? Nope. So we get to circle it. It has that short A. How about pad, like a notepad? P-A-D. Do you hear the A or the A? I hear the A, so we're going to circle it. Next we have web. Do you hear the A or the A? Nope, so we're going to just leave it there. Next we have the word R-A-K-E. So I do see that magic E. Here's that magic E. So we know that the A is going to say A, and that A, what does R say? What does the A say with the magic E? A. What does K say? K. Ready? A-K. Rake. Let's go ahead and trace it. R-A-K-E. Wonderful. Oh, I forgot the E. Rake. Wonderful. Now let's look at the other words and see if we have any that have the long A. So we have a state. This is Texas. We live in Indiana, but this is the state of Texas. So state. Does that have the long A? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Go ahead and circle it. How about kite? Does the kite have the long A in it? Nope. Thumbs down. It says the I and not the A. How about wave? What A? Do you hear that long A? Thumbs up or down? Thumbs up. Go ahead and circle it. Okay, next line. We have sad. S-A-D. Sad. Sad. Go ahead and trace it. S-A-D. We have the short A, the A. So we're not going to be looking for any A's in this one. We have bed. Does bed have the A in it? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down. Let's cross it out for this one. How about this one? Hat. H-at. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Go ahead and circle it. Okay, the last one on this page is cab. Do you hear the A in cab? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Go ahead and circle it. Okay, great job, boys and girls. Before we leave today, Miss Beery is going to go over our writing assignment for today, and I want to make sure you get that done in your packet. We don't want to forget the packet work, even if you get all the Google Slides done. Okay, boys and girls, so here's an example of your packet. You have one of these that you're taking home today, or you have one of these that you took home last week. And this is what we need to have all done by the end of the week. So in each day, remember, it has your assignments. So if you are an e-learning student, you either are here or you're home. Did you do your Google Slides? Yes or no? Did you get your writing assignment done? So that's this. And then did you get your math pages done? So for Monday, we flip open to Monday's writing assignment. So here it is. And then Ms. Beery wrote the same thing down. So let's look at this writing assignment together. This is what I want you to be writing at home. I have the sentences up here. I want you to practice writing it on your own. Kate likes to read. I like adventure stories. The best. I can pretend to be a brave explorer. And you know what happened? Miss Beery forgot a couple words, or they got cut out on the paper, so that's why it's important for you to make sure that you are looking at Miss Beery's example too, so that way you can write it correctly. Okay, even teachers make mistakes. So let's look at the sentences again. Kate, remember there's two finger space, likes, two finger space, two finger space, read, period. Next line, I, finger space, like, finger space, adventure, finger space, stories. Next line, the, finger space, best, period. Finger space, I, finger space, can, finger space, pretend, to, finger space, be, finger space, a, finger space, brave, finger space, explorer, period. So remember, boys and girls, just because Miss Beery has them done on this line does not mean that you need to scrunch all your words together. I did give you some extra room, so if you need to write a little bit bigger, that's fine. Remember, I want you to take your time. I don't want you to be erasing a bunch at home to make it perfect. I want you to just take your time and try your best, okay? I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday for some more language arts. Bye, friends.